Hello friends, this is Ganesh and video number 2 on ABAP to UI5. So in this session I'm going to explain a simple HTML application in um, BAS, like Business Application Studio. So how we are going to create a simple HTML application. It doesn't require any connection between the backend system and the front end. It's very static HTML page. So as an ABAPer, we should know uh, where are the place we can write the code for the UI perspective. Okay, so they call it as inline, they call it as internal, external. So it's like how we are writing a code in ABAP editor. We have main program, we have include program, we have function module. So there are some different places in SAP to write the code. The similar fashion UI level, they have a different places to write the same kind of code. It depends on the business need or it's a best practice. Okay, so that is the way we are going to just learn how to do it in HTML. Along with that, we are going to see some properties like how to have basic components or elements of HTML into the HTML static page, like tables, input output box, password field, buttons, and if you click a button, some event to be triggered. So very basic things we are going to see in this session. And going forward, if you have a time, just play around with different elements, and if you have a requirement, obviously we will learn more about this HTML application. So this is just a beginning of how to develop a static HTML page in Business Application Studio. So that is the idea. And as I mentioned in the first video, this is not proper or the exact UI5 session or the course. This is just how an ABAPer is converting himself to learn a UI5. So if the person who is good in UI5, if you find any gap or anything missing, so please let me know. I will just correct it. This is just a journey of an ABAPer to learn the UI5 concept. Okay. So we are going to see about HTML tags. Very few similar. It's very easy to understand HTML tags and place to write the codes. Like as I mentioned, inline, they call it as internal, they call it as external. These are different places to write the code, and you can see some HTML properties like tables, list, buttons, and everything. We're going to see the form elements. Probably we might heard about this in any of our curriculum, while because we have some options to define or design HTML. So we might work on these components of the HTML one. So this is the one I'm going to use it in my application. Let's get into the system. So this is my SAP Business Technology Platform. So they call it as BTP, SAP BTP. This is the extension. So SAP BTP is nothing but Business Technology Platform. So this I just came with the help of account.hana.ondemand.com. So in the first video, I explained how to create a trial account in this SAP BTP cockpit or cloud platform. And I showed you how to register or subscribe for the instance called Business Application Studio or the tool Business Application Studio, and I showed a small simple HTML, I believe, right? So today we are going to continue the same. Probably I'll create a new HTML application from the template. We have a lot of templates. From the template, I'm going to create a HTML application. So let me sign in. This is my ID. So here, get into this. It will take you to hopefully the home page. Yeah, it's a home page. It will take you to my home page. So I believe you might play around with your, excuse me, your own account. So if not, just go through the areas, because it's little newer for than ABAPer, because we have one transaction. It will open it. It will come everything into that, like ACH0, right? So here everything is have a different links and navigation. So just play around with the links and navigation. That is very important. So now you have to go to the trial home. Get into a trial home, and sometimes you might have a different what do you call a page where you can have a shortcuts or easy access, like you can easily access. Okay, sorry, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one I'm talking about. Sometimes it directly come to this page. So if that is the case, you can go to trial account. But for our scenario, we need SAP Business Application Studio. So it's not required. You have to go inside and open it. These are some quick tool access. If you click, it will take you to Business Application Studio. I will show you how you can open a Business Application Studio from your trial account. So let me get into the trial account. Okay, go to this, get into your sub accounts. I used Amazon Web Service. And here you can go down or just go click servers and instance and subscriptions. Excuse me. So this is the one which we subscribed. I showed you how we had to do this in the previous video. Just click, it will take you to a separate page. It's going to open your SAP Business Application Studio. And this is nothing but your editor. Normally the developer, they have to develop the UI application, so I can say this is their ABAP edit kind of editor to do all the developments. So this actually stopped. This also I showed you how you have to create a dev space. You can create multiple dev space, depends on your need. And it stopped for that. After some time it's automatically stopped, or you can stop with the help of these buttons. So here you have to start your dev space first. So it's showing starting and it's showing running in green color. Once it is there, then you will get a hand tool on top of your dev space. So if you click it, it will take you to the Business Application Studio. So it depends on your need. I mentioned you can create a number of dev space. So normally we create it for native development, native SQL development. One is for SAP Fiori. Depends on your business need. We can able to create multiple dev space in your account. Okay. It takes few seconds or few minutes. I think 2 to 3 minutes. Let's wait. Okay, now it shows running, and you'll get a hand tool over your dev space. Just click it. Okay, it will take you to my editor or the workspace. Technically we call it as workspace, where you can start doing your development. Okay, so these are, I think this is the first one which we did. I'm not sure. This is the kind of a project, you can say, which we created. I'm going to do it again, like start from scratch. I'm going to create a HTML5 application. So just click start from template. It will give an option to you what kind of template is required. Let me close this. And Fiori adaptation project HTML5. So just go with the HTML5 and click start. Then it'll take you to the next selection. Select the template you want to use. Even the HTML5, you have an option to do it. And I want very basic HTML5 application. Just select it, click next. And project name as just give something HTML components. Okay, HTML components, and click next, and approve app router configuration. So this time also I'm not going to select anything on this. I don't want any authentication, so I just select no. Click next. And what is a module name? Module name would be, this is for, what you can say, purchase. Just give some module name. Okay. Do you want to add to a data service? Like, do you want get the data? Could be from your database or any of the file. I said no, I don't want do any data over here now. So just click next. That's it. It's creating it's generating your project. Okay. So here. You take seconds to generate your workspace. Okay, this is my project and SAP Business Application Studio and Ganesh Dev, and here it is your project name HTML comp, and purchase is the module name. So these are some .vs code, YAML, JSON, everything is a supporting file. We'll learn very slowly. So my intention is I want to generate index.html, very basic informations, and to run it, I just open in a preview way how we're going to see this one. Okay. So very quickly, I just changed, so I should know. It's like I can say heading over here. This is the tags and all. You might aware of it, so I don't want to dive very deeply on this. So H, and if you go here, it's auto save and header. Sorry, H1, and let's close with H1. So tags are very important. It's automatically refreshed. So here my intention is the idea of the session is where and all we can write a code. Okay, so first I'm going to take an option of CSS, so styles. So first I'm going to have an inline style. It's like I want to write a code wherever I need the particular style. For example, so here what I want to do is, so here I need a style. So I'm saying style is equal to, I want some color. So what is that color? It shows here. I want little kind of aqua, whatever color it is. Okay, then it goes to index, you'll get it. Okay, then come to here. If you see the module name is here. Okay, index.html is coming under which module? Purchase module. So what I did is nothing but inline. Okay, so we call inline declaration, or you can say inline option. So I have used inline, meaning excuse me, in the same line I have used one of the styles. So the same way you can use your href or you can use your buttons. So for the particular line itself, I am going to add some additional components, additional properties. We call it as inline properties. Okay, so this is one of the way where you can add your components to your line. Okay, another option is I'm going to do this as an internal property. So like this, internal. Okay, so internal in sense, suppose I want to, is same like in ABAP, we call it as modularization technique, right? Same thing. I want the same kind of style for more than one line in my HTML page. If that is the case, don't repeat it again and again. Suppose here it's only one style. Suppose they want a different font, different or colors, different font size, and for paragraph they want a different paragraph 1, or they want a different style, paragraph 2 different style. So you don't want to repeat it again and again, right? And if there is any change comes, everywhere you have to do it. So instead of that, you can do it in the internal way, meaning I'm going to do it in my head and this block, head block. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a style for different ones. So first one is, suppose for body. Okay, so here node tag. So for body, I want some styles. So like I need a background, maybe background color I want, so it will be some light color. And after that, if you want like control space, it will give everything. You want a font size, if you want left, border, so everything you have an option. Okay, so for a body I want this style, and for header 1 maybe I want font size, maybe medium, and color is going to be blue. And for paragraph I need okay, some different colors. Color. So once you start typing, it will come automatically. Okay, so I will go with aqua, some different colors. Okay, so this is actually internal style, meaning between style tag, whatever you specified, between the head tag, whatever you specified, that we call internal, meaning you create it over here and you can use it wherever you want. So you don't want to repeat again the same styles equal to color aqua. Instead of that, you can use whatever style they mention over here. The same thing if you use automatically, wherever they use the paragraph P, it will automatically apply the properties of that paragraph. Okay. For example, I used H1, so the color could be dark blue and font size is medium, and maybe style I remove it. Okay, I didn't use paragraph, that's fine. We'll see the H1 how it's reflect. Okay, now go to index. Okay, the background is whatever background I give, and this is a blue for the font size, so that is it comes here, and this is the medium, whatever the font size is medium and the color is blue. Okay, so this is actually internal. Suppose if you want to use the paragraph P, let's go with paragraph P, and I need 1 second. I need some content. Just forgot about it, whatever it is. Okay, just go to index. So now this is the color of your paragraph. So this is nothing but internal. So you have an option of inline, internal, and external also. So external is apart from this, meaning it's going to be a file. It's going to be in the form of file. So you're going to create an external file and you're going to give a link for that file. Then the properties, whatever is available in file, that reflects in your HTML. So there are 3 places you can write the code in from the UI perspective. That what today we are saying. One is inline, one is internal, another one is external. It's not only for styles, even for the buttons also. I will show you the next one is a button. So I'm going to give an action for a button in the inline, meaning in the same line I'm going to give the action, or I'm going to use the internal action, or I'm going to keep the particular action is in the external file also. Okay, so now I'm going to create a file called CSS. Currently there is no file available for CSS, so I'm going to create, right click in the purchase module, so right click, new file, and I can say any name you can give. So I can give external style style.css. So the extension is very important. So .css. Okay, external style. Just click OK. It gives here. Now you can start writing it. Instead of writing, let me take this and keep it in the external. So here just paste it. Style is not required because this is .css file. Style is required in your HTML index.html only. So here I just change only one color. Here I'm going to have some green kind of. So whatever color you can give this option also. So RGB, red, green, blue. So excuse me. This is a range of your color. So red is 0, green is 255, and blue is 170. So the mixture of this you will get this color. Okay. So this is some additional for your need. So color, everything is fine. So here it is. Yeah, range is done. Next, go to HTML and let me comment this. And I need to give a link from my HTML page, .html page to my CSS, because it's an external file. It's not coming in any of the coding. It's created externally. It's a separate file. So I need to create a link for it. So for that, between the head tag, I'm going to give the link or the L equal to this is a common one, style sheet, and href. So this is a link which you're going to provide the file. So here you can able to see what are the applicable file you are able to add in href. So external style.cs is also listed. So I want that one. Just select it and close it. You can see there is an underline. If they do the mouse over, if you say follow link, so control click, it will take you to the file, inside the file. Okay, so here the change is only in the paragraph, it's in green color, rest all in the same color only. So now the used, here there is no change because H1 and P is already there in the style, so automatically it will come. Go to index, so there is a change only in the paragraph. From the previous color, I think kind of a blue, I'm not sure. From there it just changed to green. So this is a way where you can write the code. Here the intention is you have an option to write a code inline, internal, external, not only for style, for any of your property or components. Okay. So now I'm going to add some components like tables or table with border and different form, input field, text, password, and everything is the copy paste from W3 School's website, because that is the way we have to learn the basics. So let me take you to that. So here, I already given introduction about this W3 schools in the previous example, previous video. So just play around with this. You have an option to see, check, edit. Okay, try yourself. It will take you to a kind of editor. You can change and run. So everything I have showed you. So today I'm going to use a kind of a table. Let's see how the tables look like. So here you can see tables. And everything is static. Okay, I'm not going to map with any of the database table, so database table or database content. Just copy this and go here. After your paragraph, probably you can add it. Okay, so table, just go to the index. It will come with the information about the table. So there is no border. So if you want a border, go here again. You have an option to table borders. So like this. So you have to create an style. Copy this. It's coming under style. So your style may be internal, inline, or external. Already we have an external. That is a best practice normally people will do. So external style sheet like .css file. So I'm going to keep it here and go to your index. Yeah, it sometimes it not, right click, reload the frame. Yes. Okay, just refresh it. It will reflect. Okay. So this is a way to have a table, and if you want a list, so everything over here, just copy paste and you're able to do it. Once you start learning or once you get any requirement, probably this side will be very useful to design your need or business requirement. So just copy this. This is kind of a list. Maybe after a table, I want some list. So go here, it just displayed whatever. If you want the same way to listed in your .html page. And now I'm going to have some input field. So now I need a requirement or need a form. You might be aware of form in HTML, right? So inside a form, I'm going to have my input box, passwords, or date, whatever it is. Okay, I'm going to design my input components in a way of form. So here, if you go to W3 and go to forms, HTML forms. So in a HTML forms, I'm going to have a few elements. So probably text fields. Okay. So let me have this form. So form, and here these are the what is the label of your form, like in your text field, and what is the type of your next component is nothing but text input output box. How you design in a screen painter, same thing, but here everything is a coding. You have to give what is the ID for it. It's nothing but variable. Okay, wherever you had used in the program. So the same thing for the next is a label, otherwise a text. So the two input boxes and two text for it. Just copy this and paste it here. Let's see how it's reflect. So it's reflect like this, first name and last name. So just write whatever names you want over here. And if you want everything in a single line, so take the page break here, just take out this and go to index. It comes in the same line, both the components in the same line. And if you need a purchase or if you need a password, and change the type of your input. So I can say my type is a password, and my type is a date. So whatever you want, you can just change it. Okay, so last name, this is date of birth, and name is also, you can say date of birth, and the type is date. So here control spacebar, it will load whatever informations or whatever name. You have range, you have radio button, reset options, passwords, and I go with the date. Where's the date? Over here, date and time, but I want only date. Then go to index. So this is a password. It's reflect like this, and this is a date. You will get a calendar. Okay, just play around with different components, and if you get a chance to work with any UI application, probably you will find more components on it. Okay, so this is the way to just create a label, and now I'm going to have a button, and we'll see. I'm going to give an action for the button. So, and button, I'm going to create an action in the inline. I'm going to create an action in my internal as well as the external file also. So what is the type, and control space bar, you will get button, and ID is, I can say, internal, and name internal. Okay. Type is name. Okay, so just go here. I'm sorry, I forgot about the text, I believe. Let me have a text for that. Text is internal action. Okay. Oops, no. Okay, so here this is not a text, this is a value. So value is internal action. I'm also learning. Okay, so internal action over here. So next I'm going to have same kind of button with okay, I'll do one thing. This is my inline action. Like in the same line, I'm going to provide an action, inline action. This is internal and this is external. So ID also I could change. This is, sorry, internal, and this is inline, and this one is external. Okay, inline, internal, and external. Excuse me. So there are three buttons. Now I'm going to write a code for my first inline action. For this button, I'm going to write an action. If I click, what needs to be done? I'm going to pop up a message. Okay. So for that, I'm going to use a concept called on click, and I'm going to say alert. Alert is going to be pop up a message. So this is inline action. Close it. Okay. Just go to index and click inline action. It shows inline action. Okay, the same thing I'm going to create for internal and external. So internal means it needs to be coming between head tag, open and close head tag. So here you have to create a on click action. So here I'm going to use a tag called script. Okay, script type as text or JavaScript. Okay, and here I'm going to use a concept called function and just give a name for it. Any name you can give. So I can give external, and here I'm going to use alert. Alert, single quotes, external action. Sorry, internal action. Because external is nothing but it's another file, right? Independent file. So this is for internal action. So now I defined it. I defined as a script. Now I need to give this function for the particular button. So now here I'm going to say on click equal to internal. So what is the function name I given? Internal. Okay. So here internal. Okay. Got it. So it may be different name. It's not like same ID name should be a function name. Let me change it for your reference. Okay, function internal. So give that option over here. Function internal efficiency underscore. Okay. Let's go to index. Inline is an inline action. Internal is an internal action. So inline and internal worked fine. Now I need to do the same in external. Same like .css file. I'm going to create a .js file. Already there is one JS file available. You can use it, but I'm going to create a new one just for our practice. I'm going to create new file. This is for button action.js. Okay, extension is very important. It's coming under the same folder, nothing but purchase. So here you can start writing your code. So here script is not required. You can start right with function. So function func underscore external. Okay, open parenthesis, and here nothing. The same thing I'm going to give alert in single quotes external action. Okay, close it. So it's done. Action is done. Now we need to give a link, same like .css, because this is a independent file. This is not part of your index.html file. It's an independent file. So we need to provide a link before access any of the property of this particular file. Go to your HTML, almost the same kind of code I'm going to write. So the link is going to be inside your head tag. So script. So type, this type is actually text or JavaScript, and source. So here is a href for says we used, and here we are using source. Source equal to within single quotes my .js file. So button action, this is my .js file. Okay, done. If you click control click, it will take you to the file where we have created it. So it's done, and we have to access the function in your button. So here I'm saying on click it's a function underscore external. Okay, that's it. Go to index, and inline is inline action, and internal it goes to internal function. External, yes, it's read the function from your external.js file. So we have used .html, and we have used another independent or external file called .css for styles and .js for action. So the basic understanding for an ABAP is these are the three places where you can design your UI application, and you can write a code, write a style, maybe in the same your front end like a .html application or a .js file or .css file. Okay, so this is a basic understanding. Just play around with this normal static HTML applications in Business Application Studio. If you have any doubt, please let me know, and probably I will come with another video where we can start designing our backend system like database, because once you start working with UI, it needs to connect with your database. So probably the next session or next video I will show you how to create your backend system for your practice. Okay, thank you so much for your time. See you in the next video. Bye.